There are lots of different ways to play Fallout New Vegas. You can roleplay as a deranged lunatic and kill everyone. You can be a pacifist and not kill everyone. You can play vanilla without mods, but all that is boring. What I did is find a mod that randomizes every door, inventory, and enemy in the game. I have the Game of the Year edition, so that means I have all DLCs installed, and you better believe they were randomized too. This was more fun and exhausting than I ever thought possible. There is one twist though, every gun in the entire game shoots miniature nuclear bombs. I'm going to warn you now that this playthrough has a lot of flashing lights and very loud sounds. To be completely honest, I tried my honest to god best to complete the game, but this challenge went off the rails faster than Ozzy Osbourne did in 1980. The rules are very simple. I must play on hardcore. That's really the only rule I had. I can't change where the doors lead to without changing a text file outside the game, and there is a very high chance that I get a dev weapon near the end of the game. I could have gotten a companion and helped me out too, but I ended up not getting one. So today, I asked myself a question. Can I beat Fallout New Vegas while everything is randomized and all weapons shoot miniature nuclear bombs? I awakened Doc Mitchell's house to a power-armored Enclave soldier who forgot the rules about wearing skirts on chairs. I end up creating Jackie, a red-haired girl who reminds me of Frankie from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. This was not intentional, I swear. After getting all my special stats randomized, as well as my skills, I start choosing my traits. For some reason, I can choose up to 5. Lucky Accident, Logan's Loophole, Hoarder, Built to Destroy, and Born to be Wild were the traits I chose. Logan's Loophole may have been a mistake because I never earned XP throughout this entire run. That means I'm also playing at level 1 this entire time. I end up choosing to take hardcore mode because why not? And Wild Wasteland is my final trait. After looting everything from Doc Mitchell's house, like the loot gremlin I am, I was gifted more junk and a Pip-Boy. Making my way outside, I finally see the sunlight for the first time in days, being true life is possible yet again, and begin my adventure to track down the guy who gave me an express lobotomy. I realized when I started this playthrough, finding Benny would be completely up to chance. Better hope the door I go through is the Tops Casino. Luck would not be in the air tonight though, as unfortunately the first door I go through is an actual broom closet. The next door gives me whiplash harder than James Hetfield in his prime. What the hell is this room? Not 5 minutes into this run and I find the Ultra Lux Casino. Thank Todd that I have a luck of 9 for this run. I immediately gamble until I'm kicked out back to the green room. The next door spits me out north of Vegas near the Boomers. I sure hope my luck gives me some Simpacts. Nope, just a baby Deathclaw coming at me in Mach 6. After somehow surviving the artillery strikes at Nellis Air Force Base against D-Day 2, I'm greeted by Pearl who happens to be rigged to explode. Not wanting to stay, I head out and interrupt the Powder Ganger's birthday party. Not much happened on my way to the objective until I tripped over a tripwire and blew up myself. After that failure, I make my way closer to the strip and get absolutely jump scared by a cazador, only to find out that it's friendly. Many more minutes later, I come across my next door. When going through it, I hope and pray that it's a Tops Casino. It's not, and instead I come across a very malnourished skeleton of a guy. I borrow with him and buy a silenced .22 pistol. After wandering around some more like I'm Dean, I find myself in Isaac's house. I don't even remember who Isaac is, but he's got some great loot for me to take. He's also got some interesting artwork. As it turns out though, this is not vanilla. It's from a mod I installed from Salamander's New Vegas Visual Renewal Pack. The very next door I go through is a train tunnel. It seems like something stepped over a tripwire, setting off a trap and nuking themselves in the process. Further into the tunnel, I start blindly firing into the darkness with my laser pistol, striking a Deathclaw. These beasts are resilient. That is until I critically strike it and vaporize it. When wandering around in the darkness to find Benny, I come across a New Vegas steel mill. I take this opportunity to sneak attack the robots inside, as well as kill a Yagoi cub. The strangest thing happened when I went through the next door. Jono is wearing a giant error sign. Ignoring the signs of the times like a spring of 2020, I carry on and find myself near Goodsprings at Gene's skydiving shack. I got revenge on the Power Gangsters again because they killed Cheyenne during the Ghost Town gunfight quest one time. Many more boring minutes later, I started getting bored of this run and decided to start messing around with some mods I've installed. One being the enhanced movement I have installed that lets me sprint. About 300 feet from the last clip, I come across some NCR troopers. One forgot to take her space helmet off before dressing up, and the other is going to have a very interesting night with all that leather. Nevertheless, I carry onward like the wayward son I am. Promising myself I'll get this video done before the heat death of the universe, I decide here, right now, that I'll spend the rest of my day editing this damn video. I recently got a Steam Deck, so the last several days have found me in bed playing Mouthwashing and Fallout 3. Surprisingly, Fallout 3 runs better on my deck than my PC. I wonder why. When carpet bombing the field territory like we're back in the jungles of Vietnam, I accidentally start a nuclear war and get myself nuked. Not too surprising given the whole world was baptized in nuclear flame before. Realizing it's now 3 o'clock in the damn afternoon already, I cut a bunch of useless clips out of the video. You already know how this video will end. Of course I can't beat Fallout New Vegas while every door is random. It's probably possible to someone, but I'd rather play Starfield than attempt to finish this. The next place to get nuked is Jacobstown. Did you know the shotgun actually shoots like 7 nuclear warheads? This is because the pellets are replaced from this mod. I didn't even realize the shotgun shot like this. Hand on heart, I forgot this was a thing the shotguns did in Fallout New Vegas. Attempting to kill the Deathclaw I blinded from so many nuclear strikes, it somehow manages to kill me about a half dozen times. Following the quest marker to Benny, I find myself in the Divide. Not wanting to stay, I turn around and leave. Sick of this run, I end up fast traveling back to Goodsprings again and just nuking the hell out of it. No video will be complete without a true fuck up. Up to this point, I didn't have any grenades to use. I didn't need any. With grenades lodged somewhere in my body, I accidentally dropped one right at my feet right before I quick saved. At some point in the recording, my map marker broke. I couldn't find the next door to go through that would lead me to the objective. I would have to go through every door I come across in hopes I enter the Tops Casino. You can clearly see in the video though that was not broken. I, for some reason, decided to just choose doors at random instead of walking 150 feet to the next door. Because of my inability to follow the markers, I ended up back in the Divide. Oh, and also I have 1 bobby pin, so that's cool. Remember at the beginning of the video when I said that I gambled till I was kicked out? I have not really used that money in a useful way. Not that there was ever an option to. I doubt the Gunrunners vendor ever sold bobby pins. With my armor nearly completely broken, I find myself leaving an Eastern Virgin cave in Zion Canyon. Make your jokes about that in the comments below if you get it. I just realized now I completely forgot to show the clip about where I got the dev weapon I talked about earlier. I found it off a dead legionary at Nipton. About 3 hours into this run, I actually got a nuclear winter. I've never seen it snow on the ground, and I don't recall ever downloading a mod that adds it. Unfortunately, the winter does not last, and I'm left with a very loud sound of repeated collisions. Turns out it's a rotting Brahmin corpse that got stuck under the ground. After relaunching the game next morning, I realized my waypoint has finally been fixed. I headed straight to it. Quickly ODSTing myself down to the door, I landed with such power I died instantly. And it's a Sunset Sarsaparilla bottling plant. Wonderful. More walking. Just call me the Texas Walker Ranger. I am shocked the game didn't crash at all. What with all these floating boxes about? Edging ever so closer to the Tops Casino, I'm ambushed by an unknown enemy and die instantly again. Not being dissuaded, I push onwards, and I am rewarded greatly. I finally reached the Tops Casino, and I have finally reached Benny.
What in the goddamn?
Now that I finally have Benny in my sights, I have become Death, Destroyer of Worlds. Unfortunately, the celebration is quickly dampened by the fact that I need to find Yes Man and meet all the factions at least once. I attempted this for another 4 or 5 hours, but eventually got so burned out by this challenge run that I completely stopped. I have not loaded into that save for just over 2 weeks now, and I don't know if I ever will complete it. Maybe one day I will. But to answer the question, I did not beat Fallout New Vegas while everything was random at level 1 while every gun shoots miniature nuclear bombs. So instead of boring you 6 feet into the ground with another 20 minutes of useless commentary, I decided to end the video here and ask another question. What would you like me to do next? Hey guys, so Eric Snowpup here. I was going to publish this video and I thought, I wonder if I should continue editing it instead. So I'm going to upload what I have. But if you want me to continue making more content for this video, I have all the footage still. It's like 8 hours of footage I can have to edit through. It'll take me definitely a couple more days. Otherwise, if you got to the end of this video and just think that's good enough, let me know in the comments below. If you didn't finish it, you're probably not hearing this, but if you are, I do really appreciate the fact that you actually sat through my entire video. I know a lot of people don't do that, but if you're one of the few who do, please subscribe. Let me know that you actually got to this point, because I'm not sure how YouTube analytics is working with my videos. I know I have been uploading a lot of videos since like 2014, but a lot of them have been hidden, partially by YouTube, partially by me. And I'm gonna stop yapping now. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, or if you didn't like it, don't subscribe, unsubscribe, whatever. It'll let me know if I should make more video, if I should do less video, but longer, shorter, who knows. Either way, I want to thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.